Hello, everyone. It's been a minute since I did an Instagram live. I lately have been doing Facebook lives and then like turning it into an IGTV. But I'm going to have my friend on to tell you about, oh, yay, she just joined Age. Um, Let me see how I add you, or maybe you can request. Okay, I'm super excited to give you like another view of the business besides just hearing it from me. Hey, long time no see. I'm making a joke, guys, if anyone, because I just went live with her on her profile to tell kind of my story. So this is why I wanted to have her on mine also, though, because I feel like I'm always telling kind of my story. Like you guys, my friends, my family, my followers, like kind of knows me, knows what's up. Like felt like I was stuck in a job I hated. And that's not your story. So I'd love for you to just like introduce yourself and just tell us your story.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so my name is Adrienne Rank. I go by Age. And I am a multi-passionate entrepreneur. That's what I have titled myself because I genuinely have so many different things that I'm interested in and passionate in, and I totally value the whole like multiple streams of income as well. So I really do have my hands in a bunch of different things. So like she said, I do really love my job. I actually own my own boutique. We make 5 years in November. I run a Airbnb and I am a super host and I have to go clean it after this. So
Wow. Yeah, you are busy,
yeah.
right?
And then I make jewelry and I also am doing the same opportunity as Sarah. So I definitely have my hands full. I have 4 kids, and so my oldest is 21. He's in Poland right now in the military. My daughter is 18 and she's starting college this year in Hawaii. And then I have a 13-year-old and a 10-year-old running around the house right now. And we as well got a new puppy. And so that has a whole like thing.
Oh my gosh, the puppy is wild.
Yeah. I'm like, man, I didn't sign up for this. I thought I was
Uh-huh.
a puppy, not me a puppy.
That's awesome. So, did you used to live in Hawaii, but now you're in Wisconsin? Is that right?
So basically my story, the background of it is that I am originally from Hawaii. I moved here about 7 years ago. And I moved here because of a really bad divorce. So my ex-husband got heavily involved in drugs and became an addict. And so his family's here, and I had to make a choice because Hawaii is just really, really expensive to live there. That I was either going to move back in with my parents and or my aunt in her garage with the kids, or I was going to just basically come out to Wisconsin. And so that's what I did, and we moved with a couple of suitcases. His mom and their family furnished our home with like all of their like, attic furniture and stuff. So we didn't have to come to like a empty house. And his uncle, which I'm forever grateful for, rented us out this like little farmhouse with like a huge yard for like $450 a month. And I was like never going to be able to. I was going to have to pay probably about $1,200 a month in order to be in a 500 square foot little studio with 4 kids in Hawaii. So it was a major difference to come here and try to start over again, and I don't regret it.
Wow. Yeah. So, how did you like come to find this business and get
Yeah,
involved with
so it was really funny because I think like as life evolves, right? Like when I first signed up for this opportunity is literally actually not the real reason when I look back now why I signed up for it. So when I first signed up for it, I had actually wasn't looking for anything. And I was actually looking for influencers for my boutique. And so that's how I found Haley. Was I was doing a hashtag for the lake that's near us, and I was like, hey, why don't you come shopping at the shop? Like, I'd love for you to pick out some stuff and take a picture with it and, whatever. And so That's actually how I found her. So as I'm like following her and she's talking about all this knowledge about hair care and all this stuff, the funny thing is I had actually bought the product 6 months prior and they were sitting in my bathroom because I hated them. And I had started using them because of the divorce and all the stress I had gone through. My hair was actually falling out due to stress, like severely. And I was like not actually, I didn't even realize it until my mom was visiting and she's like, "You're balding, like at the back of your hair," when I put my hair up. And my hair actually, I should send you a before and after just so you can share it after you share this, but it was so like straggly and like so thin. I had actually like a super receding hairline that I didn't even realize. And so when I used the products, I was A, using the wrong products, B, I wasn't washing right, I had hard water, there was like a slew of things of why this wasn't working for me. And
Mhm.
so when I was watching Haley, she like was dropping all this knowledge and I was like, what the heck? I was like doing it wrong. And so like I started using it and it was like within 3 months, my hair had this like huge transformation. Like I have no product in my hair right now. And this is 2 days later. This would never look like this. It would be
Wow.
crazy, fried, poofy, like insane before. And I would
That
like,
is awesome.
yeah. And so anyways, that wasn't the question, but that is kind of like the connection between
Yeah.
like everything. So I'm like following her using these products, like really seeing a transformation in my hair. At this time, she was, I believe, just had gone to Cancun and then was going to Vegas. And so she's like, the community. And I had moved here. And when I back, home, I was always the girl who like was connecting all the friends. We had all the parties at my house, all the family things, at my house. And so moving here, it was like starting from scratch and I was really missing the community. I had opened up my own boutique, but now I'm working by myself. So I no longer had like, coworkers and like that kind of thing. So it really, the community is kind of what the trigger was to like do it. So when I had hopped into the community aspect, started buying it like oh my gosh, it was November, right before, so not this last November, but the 2019 November. I signed up and I was doing it for the bigger discount, but also like for the community. I want to go on trips with my friends. I want to go do the fun things with all the girls. I want to meet them, and so that was my driver. Well, come December, my bonus check was able to cover my kids' Christmas presents. And like as a single mom, I was like, okay, so I can make money doing this. Like I knew she could make money doing this. Like she has the car and she paid off her like scholarship, but I literally was only doing this for like a week and a half, and so and I was just sharing, and so fast forward to March and the shutdown happened with COVID. And that is when some deeper like triggers started happening where I realized that this was actually a safety net. Like this business was a safety net for me that I was looking for that I didn't know I was looking for.
Yes.
I like was able to, I had to shut down my boutique, I couldn't run the Airbnb anymore. People were canceling their like trips and stuff. And so even though it was just like a 2-month scare, I was able to pay for my electric bill, like do different things like that, put groceries, in the house and off of my side business, and so I'm like, okay, like there's something here. And so as I've really been like working on myself and like really working the business and stuff, like yes, it does, obviously I can make money off it and stuff, but it's all about the safety for me. So like being a single parent, knowing that I had something that I could like fall back in. And I think a lot of people don't realize, like people who come out of like trauma, like relationships and stuff like that, like there's a lot of like not really being sure of like yourself and like this is decisions you're making, but also like not really trusting anybody else. So you kind of are like in this mode of like you have to do everything on your own and like you can't ever go back and I'm never going to lose my house again and I'm never going to lose my car again and I'm never going to do this again. And so when you're opening up a business too, like with like this opportunity, there's like no real overhead, right? There's no like real, you don't have to spend anything the next month, like you just buy
Yeah.
your pack and that's it. Well, to open up the boutique, you're putting in like 30 to $60,000, or yeah, I said that right. 30 to $60,000. And then you're like also now trying to sell to like replace inventory to like get to a certain part, and like so with this, you don't have to carry inventory, you don't have to stock your inventory, like any of that kind of stuff. And so this is another thing that I didn't realize at the time, but my friend reminded me of it when I had realized. I go, this was a safety net that I was like never looking for. And she goes, oh my gosh. She's like, you know what? I remember like you were like crying and you're like, how am I gonna like still do my dream and like keep doing my job and like having the boutique and also like take care of my kids. They want extras. Like, how can I take them to the movies, go to dinner, buy them stuff? Well, I'm still trying to build this like other business. And so I was like, I'm gonna go get a bartending job. I'm gonna, maybe I'll go do retail. So I'll work my boutique, and then when I get off, I'll go work retail somewhere else. Like, I was trying to think of all these things, and luckily my mom and my best friend were like, that's insane. They're like, you are gonna like work your business, then you're gonna like feed the kids, go bartend, be up till 3 a.m., then have to get up at 6 with them, then be at your shop. And so they like helped me be creative. My friends like, just like keep making more jewelry. Let's like try to push your jewelry. Let's like do this or that. And like then we created parties at the shop and different things like that to do that. But you're still only limited, right, to like time. Like
Yeah.
you're at the shop. So this became something that I could do like from my phone, like when we're on vacation, when we go and do something for the day and my boyfriend's driving, you know what I mean? I can be on my phone and actually like sending carts and like
Yeah.
and stuff. So it was literally something that I had been searching for a few years and didn't realize that this is like what the answer was.
I feel the same. I felt like I had been searching, but I didn't really know. And then this is the fit. Like, it's so cool. I'll just touch on like really quick what you said. I love that you put your like business perspective on it with the boutique because before my husband got the job that he has now, we looked into opening our own little pharmacy. And the amount of money it costs to open the pharmacy before you even make a dollar was like $500,000 or something like that. Because like all the inventory, all this, the building, the staff, like all the like licensures and stuff, like there's just so much money. And like then you haven't even made money yet. But this, like, you can make your money back right away. Like you said, like you were just like, oh, I'm just sharing a little bit. Whoa, I got a big check. You're like, or, I obviously depend. I don't want to like make income claims, but it depends on like what you're willing to put in it. But with such a low startup cost, and then like you said, there's not really overhead. Like you can you can keep a little inventory if you want. Like I have a couple extra things in my product, but we're not sending things out. We're not sending shampoo out. It goes from the company distribution center to your customer.
Yeah.
So
You're like completely cut out the middleman. You know what I mean? And also I think like with the boutique, like I'm really invested into having like top quality fabrics, top quality, merchandise that's going to last long. People have sweaters for 3 years ago that they bought, things like that. And it all comes with a ticket. It comes with a price, because you're paying for that. Well, when I think about the products that, we have, it's like you've completely cut out like that whole middleman and everything. And I can't even imagine how much it would cost if this was a traditional setup where we were having to go to like the department store or whatever to like get these, because you think about all the creams and all the special things that you get from the other places, they're having to mark it up. Yeah, I just think like you're just getting this amazing price for these amazing products, and yeah, you don't have to make income claims, but they set you up like, it's like for the Smart Start, where it's just like, whoa, like what just happened? And they're smart. They're setting you up so that you can like initially have a chance to like get all these extra bonuses, but to set up your business on a foundation.
Exactly. Yes. I was going to say. I love it. This is so good. I don't want to keep, we're already on for a while, right? So I'll just ask you one more thing. If someone is like on the fence or like thinking about it, what would you say to them?
Honestly, just do it. Like, and it's not even just about this. Like, it's literally like about like even when I finally opened up my boutique, like I had been doing retail since I was like 15. And it took me like a huge divorce, a move across the country, like all this kind of stuff to like just do it. And once I did it, I was like, why didn't I ever do this sooner? Like, yeah, it just like you get afraid and you get into your head, but like if something is like telling you it's on your heart, it's like in your head, it's like triggering you, you know, like you need to just like jump in. And that can be scary, but it doesn't have to be scary with this because it's like just jump in. Whatever the reason is, just jump in. You're not
Mhm.
out. You have 30-day money back guarantee. You get the products, you know what I mean? Like for a discounted like price for joining as a market partner. But honestly, the friendships and the self-development are worth it itself.
I
Like,
agree. I'm a different person and I'm becoming better every day, just a little bit better every single day. And I don't think I would be. I wouldn't be reading a couple pages of a book every day. Like I wish it could be more, but you know, obviously we're busy, kids, other stuff. But I wouldn't be hopping on these like calls, like the mindset calls and stuff. Like I wouldn't be doing that. And then I wouldn't be meeting all of these amazing people who also inspire me to be better.
yeah, and it just
So
relates back to your life. Like I feel like every time I watch something like inspirational from any of like our shampoo sisters or anything like that, I'm always like, oh my gosh, I can totally implement that in this business. Oh my gosh, I can totally implement that in my life and relationship. Oh man, I do that. I should probably cut that out. You know what I mean? And so it's just really this domino effect of just expanding yourself out of your comfort zone to like really grow in all aspects of your life.
mhm. And I feel like some people are like nervous because they feel like they've gotten burned by like other network marketing companies, either being a distributor or they didn't like how someone did something. But it's like you can do this literally any way you want. You don't
Yeah.
want to send "Hey girl" messages. Don't do that then. You
Yeah.
know you don't. You know what I mean? And you don't. Or like one of my market partners actually was telling me that she was talking to someone about the business. I think it was a hairstylist, and they were like, "Oh, well, I did this other company, and I sold like $400 worth of products, but I didn't get paid at all because I didn't have like someone under me." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
Like,
there's so many crazy. We did a investor thing, me and Haley, and also Megan on my H or the I always want to call them HGTVs, the IG, whatever they're called, on the Instagram. And we were going through Mythbusters because that blew my mind. Like I was like, oh my gosh, so, like somebody said that they didn't get paid for anything that they sold because they like didn't hit like a certain threshold or something, and I'm like, what? And it's like, no, you just sell something and you get paid for it. Like
yeah,
how it works. Like I was so confused. Or like how you have to buy products every single month and it's like, no, we don't. We just
don't do that here.
yeah, use them and I have a couple on hand at the shop and I have a couple, you know, so I can treat my VIPs if it's their birthday or something.
Yeah.
I have to do that.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I love it. I think that's a great place to end. Thank you so much for telling your story and coming on.
So thanks for having me. Have a
Yeah. And I'll see you on the next trip, right?
yes.
Bye. Maybe. Oh no, I can't end it. Okay.